EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run here with Gibson. And nothing doing on that run. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back?
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jabril Peppers.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. That is brought in. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. To throw is May. Open man. That's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. May to throw on 2nd down. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. It's May. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and For this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Hardy now with the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They get 29 yards. A big pickup on 4th down. Again, it's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, running left is Henry. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. Jackson. Two minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. On 4th down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Throwing on 2nd down. May. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. Maynard on 1st and 10. Downfield, he's got Bourne. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, New England. To throw now, May. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jalen Polk that time. And it'll be 2nd down. May going to look to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Pats are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Bateman is the motion man. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Nice change in pace there on the back end, Mike. They brought dime defense, which means they have 6 defensive backs. That's a lot of guys back there defending this passing game, and when the quarterback has nowhere to go with the ball, he tends to hold it longer than his offensive line can protect for, and he goes down for the sack.
And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Third and long. From the gun, Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a give. Running right. It's Stevenson. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. On second down, it's May. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Throwing now is May. Airing one out for Bourne. He's got it! And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. To throw on first down is May. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Out of the gun, here's May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To throw again is May. That is brought in at the 10. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A run on first and goal. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Now here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Stevenson. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. And here's Stevenson. And he will not get in. The defense standing their ground, pushing him back. And it sets up 4th and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Hendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Patriots. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Big play. 3rd and 2. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Jackson up top again. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Jackson now. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll drop to throw. I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Jennings. And the Patriots will take over here just shy of the 30.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Now May, he's going to look for the home run ball. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Here we go, 1st and goal. Play action now, Jackson. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. To return is Jermichael Hasty. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st down. To throw is May. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll go. Here's May. Again, working deep downfield. And is out offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Henry. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal. They'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They proved much the best in this one. And a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game. Right to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from the link. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by the safety, Kyle Duggar.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake, here's May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
Third and short. And here is May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Open man. That's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Now Gibson. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. A carry now for Gibson. And he's inside the 10. Pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. Throwing on third down is May. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Patriots will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. A good return as he takes it across the 30. First and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. One quarter in the books. The Patriots out on top. And we're back in Philly in a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game, Mike. These receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. On play action, here's May. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. A run here with Stevenson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the game, but it will bring up third down. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. And he will have a Patriots first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1. Here's Gibson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting and waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On first down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and that will lead to a second down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. They'll run it here with Saquon. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's May. He'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Austin Hooper. Touchdown, Patriots. Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Pats move out on top, 14-0. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, Hurts. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Alex Austin.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
And he will score. Jalen Holt, touchdown New England.
just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Patriots will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Britton Covey now on the return. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. May going to look to throw. He's going to air this one out. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He'll try again here. Second and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. This one intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop it behind the line again.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Man in motion is Smith. On third down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the two straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now Hurts on fourth down. That one caught by Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on fourth down. A run up the middle with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
That's taken in left side by Smith. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
These second half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
And not much space there, only up to about the 8. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is May. Now, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. It's picked up by one of his teammates. And he holds on to it here as he's out of bounds. That's a yard or 2 shy of the line of scrimmage. Therefore, that's a sack. So, we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It is 3rd and 10. Now, May. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
That is brought in. Big connection there. They get all the way near midfield on that one. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll give this to Stevenson running right. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. On the give, this is Stevenson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Stevenson. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. Here's Stevenson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing now is May. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Taking off, he'll try to get there. So the Eagles will use their 1st time out here. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Now the Patriots going to use their 1st timeout. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They're going. It's May. To the goal line and in. Hendrick Ford. Touchdown, Patriots.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Pats are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Jones. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Going up top. He's got it. And he'll take it on in. Jalen Holt, touchdown New England. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Covey now on the return. Whoa! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Hurts to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Off the play fake, Hurts. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Jones. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick 6.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick 6 here in the 4th quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
Sly's extra point, up and good. And the Patriots keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And more of the same. And now he loses the football. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. And this was as good as it gets, all 3 phases of the game, in perfect harmony as they post a lopsided shutout victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's Evan McPherson. Off we go here in Cincinnati. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw now, May going for it all. That's hard. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, New England. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. 2nd play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Pats will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Now return, coming from the 7. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Second down, Burrow. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That pass to the sideline. Nice job to bring it in and stay in bounds, but still short of that first down. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's a give, running right, it's Stevenson. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. Throwing on 2nd down, May. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will score. Hunter Henry, touchdown Patriots.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike. And he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Patriots move out on top, 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
A first down throw for Burrow. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Gun. Shot. 12.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Burrow finds Chase for a big one. 35 yards. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Patriots out on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. On 1st down, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. A carry here for Brown. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Here we go.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Mike Gesicki, touchdown Cincinnati. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return is Hasty. Yeah. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Stevenson. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. Second and 7. To throw is May. Downfield, he's got Bourne. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. May to throw again. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Now he'll air one out. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Really nice job there defensively. I mean, they completely took away his first read, and instead of the young quarterback going through his progression and being patient, taking what the defense gives him, he decides to still try to fit it in and force that ball, and ultimately ends up resulting in the takeaway.
Back to throw, Burrow. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a toss. Running left, it's Stevenson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he gets this up to the 42. Now a toss play with Stevenson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now the Patriots are going to use their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. He's going to let this one go deep. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. May going to look to throw. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Throwing is May. That's caught by Bourne. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. May to the air once more. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throw again is May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with